part in me culminating the decision to start to move away.
Wary or weary?
I don't know the pronunciation, Commissioner. I said wary, but I don't know, is it weary?
Perhaps let me ask what you intended.
Disturbing.
Okay.
Some sort of disturbing. It didn't sit well.
Okay. All right. Thank you, General. Thank you.
Thanks, Commissioner. So, this definitely played a part in my culminating decision to start to refrain, moving away from Mr. Madlanga gradually. You don't just cut relationship abruptly. So I decided to not and interact with him as previously we did. So,
Major General. You say this definitely played a part in my culminating decision to cut all contact with him.
I must say, since he was arrested, I cut. I've never even visited him to prison. I've never even tried to access him through a third-party person or whatever. I just cut.
After his arrest?
When he was, I saw it on the news, he's arrested, and then I just cut.
Right.
Then
but up until that point, you continued to have contact with him?
Look, up until that point, he will call me, I will call him, but my way of talking to him was very wary since I saw this article, because I asked him about it.
Since 5 March?
Yeah, I started to become worried about his conduct.
So your contact with him, you cut contact with him because he was arrested.
Look, it did.
But let me finish my question. But you continued to have contact with him until the date he was arrested, but you say your contact was now with caution.
Maybe, it was cautionary, 100%. So it was cautionary, but after his arrest, I cut.
Okay. And you say you discussed the allegations with Mr. Madlanga. When did you discuss those allegations with him?
I will have to refresh my mind on after I've sent this. Immediately after I sent him this thing, we were on calls. I was telling him, this thing, why are you doing this, whereas this company is yours? What is the problem now? Why is there changes all of a sudden of these things? Those type of questions you ask a brother. And then you started to become worried. I told him, I started to become worried that this thing, why are you changing? I think this thing is the changing of a directorship of his company. That is the thing that started to worry. If you have a contract with such a big contract and then you decide to change the directorship, what is the cause of that?
And it was because of that.
That is where I became cautionary and started to say, hey, Mo, here, I need to start to reverse.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get that. And just again to confirm, because you do say it, but just to confirm, it was that media article that made you concerned.
It made me very much concerned, yes.
Right. Thank you.
And you also say, General, you grew wary of his innocence. Do you mean his claims that he was innocent? Or what do you mean by that?
Come again, Commissioner?
You say you grew wary of his innocence. What do you mean by that?
I was worried about him changing the directorship. Why? Why do you change the directorship if
My focus is on innocence. What do you mean by that part of the statement? Do you see this is 72, 1, 2, 3, fourth line. You grew wary of his innocence. Do you mean innocence or his claims of innocence? What do you mean exactly?
Commissioners, because that article talks about fraud.
Yes.
Fraudulently obtained tender. Mm-hmm. That's what prompted me to grow wary of his, is an article. Mm-hmm. Then it disturbed me and disturb my...
My focus is just on the language. I want you to please explain the language, what you mean by what you say there. It's not a complex
It disturbed
question.
me, Commissioner,
Yes.
regarding that you got the tender straight, but why this changing of the directorship?
Okay, I'll leave it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners. As I indicated, I discussed these allegations with Mr. Madlanga telephonically, and of course the word that is giving us some little bit of a challenge, wary of his innocence. You know, this definitely played a part in culminating my decision. I want to go now to question 6, Commissioners.
Go ahead.
Question 6, message on the 6th of March 2025 regarding General Mkhwanazi. Mr. Madlanga and myself frequently converse about current affairs. This message is nothing more than two friends sharing news clips, articles about matters in the media, like we were sharing that other one.
Shopping, working, and relaxing online can attract various digital threats. To improve your protection against them, just turn on NordVPN. This cybersecurity app will block web trackers and malware-infected sites. It will also encrypt your internet traffic without losing a smooth connection. Get 70% off. NordVPN, cybersecurity built for every day.
Person, and then he doesn't read or respond.
What
of
was
which
it?
I'm also doing that.
What was it about, General?
This is a clip is where the General Mkhwanazi, after he presented in Parliament, and then he addressed the media. ENCA, he addressed the media there that he didn't apply for the Hawks Head because it's not going to benefit him. The type of a media briefing clip statement is just a picture of him and this narrative there, of which we just share things. Because a lot of people, I must say, admired General Mkhwanazi and myself when things were happening. The country was saying, hey, KZN is doing the right thing while we were fighting stubborn crimes in the province together, partnering together, applying the integrated approach. And people were saying, hey, you and him, General Mkhwanazi, are working very close and nicely. They had their own wishes, people. So sometimes you will share certain things with people to say, ish, I so wish, but unfortunately, some of the wishes doesn't come true.
Thank you. You may continue, General.
Thank you, Commissioners. Then next question is forward of Ismail Molot Ramos Nangi's affidavit. Yes, indeed, I agree. I did forward this one to Mr. Madlanga. The main reason is that, let me first start by saying, has been leaked to the media. This article was leaked in the media on the 10th of March 2025, and I did send it on the same day. And when I forward same to Mr. Madlanga, I also have attached there a News 24 article evidencing the aforesaid, Annexure S5. I therefore deny allegations that I may have leaked sensitive and or confidential and or classified information to Mr. Madlanga. I merely sent it to Mr. Madlanga to warn him, as this gentleman, Mr. Nangi, we as the province, my office, have arrested and charged him for kidnapping, attempted murder and extortion of a businessman where a ransom of 35 million was demanded. So to elaborate further on this one, the only thing here, I believe I was complying with the sort of proactive policing, because when you look at the statement of Mr. Nangi, the address, it shows midstream Centurion. And I am aware that Mr. Madlanga is staying in midstream Centurion. Here I was saying to the brother, be careful, because there is a person of this character in your vicinity whom we have charged with regard to these charges. Be careful, you, your kids, and your wife, as you are moving around. And eventually, that is what I was doing to him. And if you look into Section 205 of the Constitution, it says the SAPS is responsible to prevent, combat, and investigate crime. One of the things there. The others is the issue of the security of the country and so forth. That line. And then when you look into the strategies of the police, we are required to do proactive policing sometimes to prevent possible crimes that might happen because of this character of this person. So I was just proactively warning him, be careful.
We will return to this, but for now...
I know you will return. I just want to clarify.
Sure, I have a clarification as well, but go first, Commissioner.
So I just want to understand, I think earlier on you spoke about you generally discussed current affairs. So I just want to understand which parts are current affairs and which parts are proactive policing.
Look, this was also a current affairs on the media. However, this one had an additional thing that I was trying to warn him about, a person of this character we have addressed in relation to kidnapping of ransom. It was on the news, we did share. It's also part and parcel of current affairs, commissioners. However, to a further extent, I was just highlighting this, that be careful. It's like if I know where the commissioner is staying, there is a character, and then we are close, we are friends, I will warn him, look at this complex of yours. They are jamming the cars this way, this way. Be careful when you go there. When you lock the car, make sure you test the car is locked before you go into that. That is the ideal. That is what is happening here.
Thank you. Yes, Ms. Kaz.
Thanks, Commissioner.
Yes, so this is what you do, is you warn people. I mean, this is, I think the example you just gave to Commissioner Beloy is also different. You might say, be careful because this type of crime is happening in your area. But what you did here was you gave Mr. Madlanga details of the alleged crimes and what Mr. Nangi was being investigated for.
No.
Isn't that so?
No. You see, when you look at that document that you gave us, commissioners, I saw an affidavit of Nangi and the address. He was the subject of investigation, and he is still. The head office has taken over that investigation of the kidnapping. Now, what is happening is that when I picked up that, I just sent it to him, and these people, I believe that somebody might have put this thing on the public domain, because you'll see there was also high court papers that they wanted to sue the police, and everything are there. So it's not the things that are within my office or whatever. It's things that were there in the public domain. I just sent that thing there.
So, but you say it was to warn him because
Yes.
this individual had been arrested for very serious
And he was
crimes.
out by then, yes.
And yes, by now he's out. But when you only forwarded this to him on the 10th of March,
Yeah.
after he was released.
He was released.
But when was he, but you knew about this before the 10th of
Which one?
March? This particular individual and the investigation into this individual.
I knew.
And the arrest of this individual.
I knew about the arrest. I knew about the case when it was withdrawn in court in January. But sorry, the address of him, I was not aware of his address. I picked it up when I was reading that article. Then I said, by the way, then I sent it.
And that's when you then sent the information to Mr. Madlanga to say,
because it was there.
here's the affidavit.
Yeah, it was there on the public domain. That's why I sent it. I must tell the commissioners that I will never take information of the police that is in custody of the police and share it with any other person. I will never do that. It is not correct to do that, and I will never do that. When I took office, I signed an oath. I will never do that. When I joined the police, I signed an oath. I will never do that. I've never done it. It's not going to happen. And it will never happen up until, even if I die, I'm able to do it in the grave, it will never happen.
But you did share this with Mr.
This
Madlanga,
one, I shared it because it
Because
was
it was
in
already-
the public domain. Of
because there was
course.
a media article already.
Yes, thank you. It
So
was
you-
there
okay.
on the media.
Okay.
Yes.
No, I
Commissioner.
understand. So we will come back to this. I just want to make sure we get your,
No, I provided you
Advocate
answers.
Hassan, can we just clarify what was shared exactly? Was it the newspaper article or the affidavit attached? I'm just not clear what General shared with Mr. Madlanga. If you can just clarify that, please.
Commissioner, that document was a bit big. I sent it through it is a newspaper. I think is an article that was there. I think these people presented it somewhere and then it was leaked into the send it, just to sensitize this one. And further to that, there is another one to show that it's them who leaked this thing on the news. The other person who was arrested with them, he went and he was interviewed in Mpumalanga through a local, radio station there. Also, his statement, he also published it there. One of the accused persons on this thing. So these things, they were published by them there. I just forwarded it. I didn't take it from, when you look also at the case number that is depicted there, there is a date stamp of the police, there is a case number that is depicted there. And then when I look at the date stamp, it talks about Bet's here in Gauteng. This General Senona